Goods vehicle, goods vehicle, goods vehicle, goods vehicle, goods vehicle, goods vehicle, goods vehicle. Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube video. In this video I drive the Volvo FH. I can't remember whether or not I've driven the Volvo FH since my channel revision. And should I have done, it was before this new thing I'm doing. Well, it's not the new doing, it's the basically they released a new tuning pack for Volvo FH. When I say new, it's the first one for Volvo FH. They've done that for Scania initially, I remember, and then they also did it for DAF and Merc. I can't remember which came before the other. And whereas Volvo has been undone until now, well, when I say now, it was a few weeks ago, I believe. So it's quite new, but not quite new. I didn't discover it immediately after they came out. So some of the characteristics, some of the tuning parts include this panel thing here. I don't know if you can see it here, this bit, and also the exhaust pipes, and also the rear thing, and basically some tuning facility, and the step under the door, that's the, well, unfortunately you can't open it, that's in the tuning pack as well, and also the door handle, the bit of metal around the door handle and around the window frame, and also the air intake. I don't know if you can see it, I can't really I'll point it out on my own screen, don't know if it gets captured by this bit basically. That's, and also this bit all the way down, that can be coloured instead of black. And not only do I have a tuning pack, I also have the,
let's go.
I also have the some of those new headlamps thing. I'll go into a workshop and give you a look on, so even though it's a Scania thing in this game, but it doesn't matter. Well, my camera angle set up well. Yep, steer to center. I'll give you a look. I've never actually shown you the workshop in there. I've never actually gone into here on my YouTube video, which is interesting. I don't want 8x4 because it makes it look a bit funny, so I want 3-axle. Anyway, well, with these are basically the same, these options, and yep, these are still, I don't know if they've got new repaint. When I say repaint, I mean the thing, right? That can be disappeared, and that can be done, that can, oh yes, and there's also the option between LED and non-LED, so LED will have that. And with the exhaust pipes, they've also got brake lights there. I don't know if it works as tail lights. And not only do I have the Volvo Tuning Pack, oh hang on, I should probably be at this, nope. I also have with the roof, I've got this HS pack. I can't recall the name exactly, but and then there's quite a lot of customizability here. So yeah, and that's also something I've been waiting for, because I quite like the Volvo, but for some reasons I feel like it lacks some customizability in the game. Until they made this pack, of course. This bumper is not part of the Volvo Tuning Pack. It's the, I can't remember the name for it. Yep. Anyway, that's shown to you, and currently, as of the time of recording, there is an event going on here. I'll scroll through slowly, and you can pause the game if you want to read it into details. It's basically an event where you transport, sorry about my squeaky chair, transport cargoes to and from these two places which are under construction. So I suppose they're constructing a bridge here and you transport some sort of supply. And these two companies are distinct companies, that they only exist at this area, I suppose. And I think with the event and the Volvo thing to show you, it's a great opportunity to make such a video. I would just like to mention something that new games, that's across all the games I play, the new things seem to come out faster than I can make videos of. And also I apologize, I would like to point out that when I'm doing the simulated driving, my elocution seems to be a bit worse. And I'm saying this now when I'm not driving, of course, because if I am, my elocution would deteriorate a bit. Anyway, I've already got a job to transport this heavy thing from this place to the western side of the thing, and it's 36 tons, so I've got 600 horsepower, so that would do. Don't need two steering axles. Let me pour myself some tea. The gearbox I am having is the one with two crawler gears. I think, I'm not sure if that comes with the Volvo Tuning Pack or it comes as an update in the game, but previously the Volvo iShift gearbox with 12 plus 2 gears, that was not available previously, whereas now it is. And because new games come out faster than I can play, I've been more focusing on new ones rather than doing one with a manual gearbox. I mean, I've been driving it with a manual shifter when I'm off YouTube. Anyway, one of my favorite types of weather, rainy, I shall do that. And I shall get going. Now, I've never driven this thing with two crawler gears, so shouldn't be much different, especially considering it's auto anyway. But what I found about the 16-speed Mercedes power shift, that one seems to be a little bit more irritating, in the game that is. In real life, I suppose it's a bit better. I got my parking lights on. Two of the games I recently started playing, the new games, as in the new games, but I haven't made any videos of, the American Truck Simulator and Fernbus. And with American Truck Simulator, I didn't actually quite like American trucks in the past, but now I seem to like them a little bit more. I mean, they are, let's face it, they are inferior if you were to run them in Britain, and a lot of aspects they are not very good, but at least it's just that I like to explore different things as well, and also being not so good, I quite like driving things that aren't very good. And with Fernbus, the game didn't used to be that good, but now it seems to have significantly improved it. Yes, Fernbus is a coach simulator, by the way, and I got it soon after it was released, but I didn't quite like it that much, which is why I stopped playing it for a while. However, I recently had a bit of a mind to go onto it, and I discovered that it was better, as in significantly better. One thing I don't quite like about Italy is that the speed limit on the slip road is usually 40 kilometers per hour. I mean, why? And of course, being a good lorry driver, I shall not be speeding. Maybe except when I'm in Italy. Oh yeah, so this is actually the first time I drive with this gearbox. I was a bit worried that on the highest gear, the highest gear was still be not high enough, which is the case with the power shift. But although I reckon in real life you can use a different differential. A different differential. I am complying with the speed limit. I do not think I had done a video on heavy transport, but then it does not matter because not many people watch my video anyway. Whips being pulled over, haha. Must be speeding, maybe. Do they actually pull people over for speeding in Italy? Actually, I'm just thinking, maybe that's why. Maybe people speeding is the reason why they put 40 kilometers per hour speed limit on slip roads. Oh yes, with this tuning pack you can have painted mirror cases for the front and the side, those two mirrors. Slow down, slow down. Not that much. Why do I still have to press the accelerator when I'm going downhill?
Caution. Please mind the speed.
Whoopsie daisy. What? Blimey, I can see clearly. And I did turn... Oh, for flip's sake. Oh well. don't know if you can tell, I don't have the accelerator all the way down because I've got quite a lot of power and I'm quite light. Roundabout. Although I don't imagine that it would be nice for the coupling person, usually the lorry driver, to do such thing in the rain. Let me just turn that on and possibly turn on my flashing yellow lights. Are they? Hang on. Yep, there we go. They are flashing indeed. Right. Oops. Yes, one thing about this is that it doesn't have maneuver mode. I mean, even Fernbus has maneuver mode, considering that maneuvering is not quite a thing in Fernbus. I mean, when you drive a coach. When I say maneuvering isn't quite a thing, what I mean is that you don't necessarily need... You don't often need to use maneuver mode. Right, I won't shut the engine. It should have that thing at the back. Yes, it does. Right, I'll pull off a little and show you around the thing. When I say show you, I actually want to have a look myself as well. Brilliant. That's quite... Why can't you just drive that thing there? I'm quite sure that thing is road legal. Maybe not this particular one, but I'm quite sure such vehicle... There are road legal versions of such vehicle, I suppose. Because I've got rear steer, I need to be careful when I turn this thing. Maybe I'll put my foot down a bit more. Hang on, this is a bit problematic. Is my rear end going to hit the thing? Nope, lovely. surprised, well, not that surprised. Such a heavy vehicle must have a rather slow brake response. Okay, maybe this is not that heavy. Oh, come on, get going. Whoopsie daisy, this is bad. I'll probably put it in manual mode. And back to auto mode. I put it in manual mode because I want to change gear manually, because I didn't activate kickdown on this, because most of the time kickdown doesn't work properly. I think I'm clipping the edge. Though I should be clipping the edge on that section, because the one I just passed, by the way, not when I initially said. Anyway, that section had got this sort of road engineering, as you could tell from the left. Why did the ranger suddenly stop? I mean, it's not surprising that it suddenly stops, but but the sound effect came off a bit too suddenly. Tunnel. With the recent update, not the most recent one, the one I've done video already about, it's got the echoey effect, the reverb effect when you enter the tunnel, as you can hear. I think I may put this thing into manual mode again. Hope I didn't knock anything off. Whoops, didn't see that coming. Right, you may have worked out that I've run out of things to say because I've been silent for the last few moments. Yep, I should know, I should not. I keep thinking that the right lane must exit because of the arrow. Yeah. I mean, Italy is a bit tropical. It's not really tropical, but a bit more tropical than Scandinavia. Actually, I shall probably make a video of me driving an Iveco. I shall probably make a video of a lot of things, but can't do them all at the same time. Forward to... what's the name of the place again? Genova. Oh, hang on, I can go faster, can't I? Did I even use the crawler gears on this thing? I think I may go through some toll booths later. The entrance to the two construction sites are quite interesting. Right, better to change lane. Lorry on fire. I'm just thinking, if your trailer is on fire, would you run away from your lorry, or would you get off and uncouple it and drive the tractor forward a bit? Genius. I suppose it probably depends on the cost of the lorry. How do you need to lower the legs and then you undo the cable and you lower the legs, undo the cable and slow down and do unlock the fifth wheel. How long is that going to take? Given that your trailer is on fire, of course, that's one of the scenes I find strange in the game. But at least it makes sense that it saves the trailer. But for flips that you go in. Lovely. Oh, I could have pulled off then. Oh, thank you for letting me go. Unless you're not letting me go. But I think that was a little bit too much. Too much reverb, that is. lorry to drive. Although Volvo did make a new one with the dashboard is all digital, as in all digital display, rather than a motor driving a needle. I mean, when I say digital display, technically this one is digital as well. Oh, hello, fire engine. Is that a Rossenbauer? No. I quite like this bit of mountain road. Whoops. Hang on, why did I... Skyliner. Okay, not Skyliner, it's some other liner. The Skyliner is a double-decker, whereas this one is a single-decker. I've got Skyliner in Fernbus, that's one of the very first things I got. Although the problem is you never really get that many people in Fernbus to fill a Skyliner. It's still nice to drive, that thing. I think I'm speeding a bit. Right, you can go faster now. Thank you. I think we're nearly there. Oh, did I mention the Volvo thing on the window? Oh, I forgot to tell you that the badge glows at the front. A bit like the one for Mercedes. Well, it's not, it doesn't come as standard, but it's optional. I shall probably remember to show you that when I get there. This thing has plenty of torque. That means it's got 600 horsepower, so it better do. When I say plenty of torque, I probably mean plenty of power, but then it's dependent on the... because torque can be manipulated by the transmission, but power can't. Bit. I don't know why for some reasons on the slip roads, the ramp, I didn't expect the thing to keep up to 40, especially when it was in 9th gear. But anyway, maybe, yeah, this is the bit where we enter the construction site because I see the vehicle slowing down and getting out of the way. Come on, get going. Not you, you stupid, oh for flip's sake, maybe you as well. Just kissing the bottom. If I keep going forward, I think the vehicles on the left are going to drive into me. Let's see. Perhaps not this one. I've had a vehicle driving into me there. Maybe a bit more ahead. In this instance. Get going. Go. You're in my way. Go! Thank you. This is the entrance to the construction site. You see, it points you to that, to the right hand side, but it doesn't say accept access, or access only for forward. Whoopsie daisy, the speed limit. I don't think it's going to be 50 when the thing is finished. And with the construction site, you don't have to reverse. How nice. Although I discovered that as you progress with the delivery, it seems to build up a bit. I actually quite like events like this. Oh yes, I shall remember to show you the front. You see, it glows. And if I turn it off, it stops glowing. Turn it back on. Yep. Right, that was a successful delivery in the evening. Right, I shall uncouple. Why has it got the winding sound?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and it shows you an animation or some, not animation, the montage of technically the whole game is an animation. No, simulation. Shows you the montage and the color of that, of the Italian flag. The color of the Italian flag present the colors. That is in plural. That was an interesting view. Lovely. And when I go back to it, the trailer is still there. Sometimes it disappears. I'll drive forward a bit. Yeah, you see there's tail lamp on the exhaust module. Yeah, I'll shut that off. There we go. And to leave, you just make a U-turn while I do. Right, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Good night. It's vehicle, it's vehicle.